We're gonna talk about Meg and Tory
I didn't like
court case.
I don't want to talk about court no more.
And it's
I really don't.
You really don't need to, Joe.
and it's a lot.
You don't need to either, because your ass don't listen here.
It's a lot to cover here.
Skim through this.
So Meg Thee Stallion took the stand as a witness for the prosecution during the assault trial of singer Tory Lanez in Los Angeles.
So I know it's a lot, bro.
Superior Court on Wednesday, December 14th, speaking for the first time in explicit detail about the night Lanez allegedly shot the Houston rapper in the feet in 2022.
Bang, bang.
And the evidence of residual effects on her career and life. I'm reading this word for word, by the way.
Yeah, we know.
As the key witness for prosecution, the Houston rapper, real name Meg Pete. Megan Pete?
Yeah.
Oh.
He said Meg P.
What abbreviation?
Could be Meg Pete.
Describe her accounts of night.
I take it back.
The account of the night of July 12, 2020. Saying on the record that the assault was the result of an argument she had with Lanez, real name Daystar Peterson, and Kelsey Harris, her former best friend and assistant, while driving home from Hollywood Hills pool party in the early morning hours. Kelsey Harris also took the stand but was granted immunity and pleaded the fifth after questions about an actual altercation were asked, stating that she didn't remember a lot of this stuff.
I knew Tory was going to win. Bronx kids.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I'm listening.
I'll go first.
I don't know shit, so I'm
Because this baby, y'all ain't finna do baby like that. First of all, baby was just confused that night. It was a lot going on.
Boy.
As stated, Tory was in there slapping women, dragging them around and doing all that weird stuff. As far as who was shot and stuff, I don't feel like baby trying to send him to jail.
Say
I
her
don't-
name for real?
Okay, wifey. I don't feel like wifey was trying to like send him to jail. Like I don't feel like she want to send nobody to jail. Like as she said, I feel like she wanted to be over. Like I feel like she was just confused that night. There was a lot going on. She was drunk. All three of them was drunk.
But
All
is
three of
that
them
an
was
excuse?
arguing. Yeah. Because at the same time, if you're the main aggressor, if it's you and you got two baddies with you and y'all arguing because y'all all been having sex with each other, blah, 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 y'all all drunk, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden the gun is pulled out and, you know what I'm saying, shots get defined. You know what I mean? Then what? It's just like, babe was confused. So I think everybody just kind of ready for this one to be over, be done with. It's a lot of this case is a weird one because I heard Kelsey went up there and when she was just kind of not giving. No, she was just not kind of giving like solid answers. She was just kind of like jumping all around and.
You feel like she got paid off?
By who, Tory?
Yeah.
Can I
No,
go?
Nah.
I don't feel like she did. I feel like she just kind of using her.
Thought you was listening.
Like she just kind of like I don't know. She's acting weird. I don't think she got paid off by anybody,
I don't
and
like
I feel
to
like that's
say-
kind of the problem.
I want to say she's just trying to create publicity. And
Nah, I don't even think it's that. I feel like she kind of in the same lane with Megan. Like she low key wants the stuff to be over, like and be done with. Like she just want the whole situation to be done.
I know.
Alright.
I do know
Somebody
that.
shot you? Interesting.
Okay. When this first happened, I thought Tory shot him. This trial started, you know what I'm saying? Meg took the stand. I was like, okay, Tory shot it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt on my mind. Then they presented evidence that Kelsey may have shot. Then I was like, okay. I'm starting following the case. Kelsey took the stand. I'm like, I'm in the middle. She's saying stuff that may incriminate him, and he's saying stuff that may incriminate her. It's a truth somewhere in you. I don't know. I can't find the truth in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the jury can or the prosecutors, but it's some truth in both of their stories, Tory and Kelsey. But she is up there acting like she giving one side and this side, and she being confusing, which makes me feel like she's a shooter. But then when they saying that Tory's dragging her and shit like that, then I'm like, hold on now, because
No, she could be
See, because
playing
I feel
both
like a
sides.
big thing about what's wrong with this trial also is like they trying to keep it street while also doing it legal. It's like y'all can't Stuff came because I feel like what happened was that the fact that the police showed up that night. Y'all was in a predominantly white neighborhood, at Kylie's house. Like, of course the police is gonna be there. If this wasn't, I feel like if this wasn't like on like what a guy took to like having a case open type shit, it would have been forgot about. Like motherfuckers would have let that shit go. And I feel like that's low key what Megan want, because it's not so much that Tory didn't shoot her, but it's more so like, okay, now I'm kind of looked at as a snitch, and now I'm kind of, like, and I feel like that's what she's saying. Like, she kind of saying, like, I wish this was over. Like, I wish I wasn't going through this, because truth be told, if this was on the street level, get it back in blood. And that's it. That's all you can do.
This shit been going on for way too. I forgot about it, to be honest with you, till it came back up and, like, people was going to court and whatnot. And I was like, did they not resolve this motherfucker?
And that's the thing I was thinking too. It's just like
got enough evidence to do.
Yeah.
But I was thinking too, like, even if unless something is like a life changing event, how the fuck do you remember the exact details of something that happened like a year or two ago? You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. Like
that's
she remember a lot of details for something.
I'm not talking about her. I'm just saying in general. Like if I happen to get robbed, a nigga hold me at gunpoint, I almost take my life, and then
you don't remember that.
We go to trial a whole year and a half.
I'll give you.
We go to trial a whole year and a half later.
I'll give you that. That is, you might not remember every single detail
year later?
specifically.
No,
I'm saying specifically every single detail. But you gonna remember the majority of what happened in that moment.
Yeah,
Thank you, John.
Everybody's different, but
Exactly.
in the sense,
That's how
I'm feeling some holes because I was like looking at the shit. So them two went to the party by themselves without Tory. So they're there together as a buddy system, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Megan calls Tory over. Boom. Hey, you want to come chill? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. They've been, drinking. Everybody's chilling.
No, I thought he just walked over there.
No, I guess he pulled up with his driver or whatever.
Like I thought they were at the party and then like he came and like he just went over by Meg.
No, I ain't trying to be funny, but he don't live in Calabasas. I don't think he live I don't think he live out there. But it don't matter. He got invited over, whatever. And even though he might have been like fucking with them both, he probably was over there just on some chill shit, right? So he gets in the pool, with the girls and shit. He's all over Kylie. That makes Megan upset. Makes her want to leave the party. And Travis too.
They were kicked out of the party. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, they were kicked out.
They were kicked out of the party
for being drunk, rowdy, and belligerent.
Right.
Belligerent.
So
niggas.
Ooh.
Right. So,
Megan and Kelsey.
Yes.
Specifically.
Right.
Tory was with them, so he ended up leaving as well. But
Right.
Megan and Kelsey were kicked out, according to Kylie.
Yes. Tory wanted to stay, supposedly, of course, because, he was trying to make the move on Kylie or whatever.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, which made Megan jealous or whatever. So, she got upset about that. Now, once they got in the vehicle, Megan was sitting in the front, and Tory and Kelsey was sitting in the back. And I guess
How you know that part?
Bro, I'm
Nigga,
following
all
the fucking
information.
trace.
That's always how
how
it
y'all
is.
don't-
all this.
Oh, okay. I'm just
From the
Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all.
From the beginning, that was how it always went.
You listening right?
Don't say y'all. Nigga, say that. Nigga. Don't put my name.
So
in
the
that
fight
shit.
escalated pretty much when Tory was like, "So how you gonna get mad at her for fucking with me when you've been doing this behind her back?" And so Kelsey's like, gasp, but like, damn, like you been doing that, you know what I'm saying? And that's where like the baby
Talked about his rap career.
Yeah, talked about his career.
this
Little
shit
insults.
Which is facts, but
Yeah, they have a little.
See, but that's the part of it that I don't believe. That's the
you
part
were-
of it
you
I
were-
don't
you were-
believe, though.
You were slightly wrong because apparently what he told the friend was, how you gonna stick up for her
Right.
after what she done did to you? And that's when Kelsey got mad and was like, what are you talking about? And then that's when they found out that she was fucking on Ben Simmons and the baby and all these other niggas behind which
Allegedly.
supposedly Kelsey was supposed to be talking to.
Right. So to further the story,
she an industry hoe.
yeah,
But no,
I
that's
said
not
that
too
when she
much.
was licking
'Cause
that nigga cheek.
Apparently they start arguing in the back
Kelsey.
seat, and Megan go off and stole off on Kelsey's ass and start beating her ass.
Right.
That's what I.
And then Tory gets in the back seat to try and pull Megan off of her,
I ain't know about all this.
Yes, bro. I'm saying.
So
Like,
this is this is what I'm drawing.
I'm like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say she. I'm not gonna say she outright shot her. This is the only conclusion I'm drawing from what I heard.
Everybody very alleged.
I feel like she tried to fire the weapon. Tory was like, "Yo, chill, boom, boom, relax," boom, and that whole, pew, 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 sprayed off. A fragment might have hit Meg, and she like, "Oh,
she shot like 5 times."
That was always.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
that
like
was always my.
Wrestling,
that was always
got
my
a switch on that gun.
My thought was always it was a ricochet from the beginning. I never thought somebody was just like shot her in the fucking foot type shit.
Well, there's a few details that don't make any sense. Like one, apparently the gun was like with Megan's stuff. Like in like. Apparently the gun was like with Megan's like belongings. So we don't know if that was like hers or whatever. And then
hold the gun for your man. You know,
but even still, like there's details in their story that don't make sense. First, why do you get back in the car with somebody that just shot at you?
I know why.
And two,
go ahead.
How are you the only one to hear "Dance, Bitch, Dance"? But nobody else heard this.
Kelsey said that didn't happen.
And you got ring cameras that pick up an audio of gunfire, but nobody hears anybody saying nothing about "Dance, Bitch, Dance" and all this other shit. And third, how can you see who's shooting at you when you supposedly was shot at as you was walking away from the vehicle? So you didn't see who was shooting at you. There's just a whole bunch of things that don't make any sense in her story.
Well,
that just
did you
keep
hear
getting popped up.
Okay, two more things. Thing number one, they actually went back to the house before it happened because Megan forgot like a slipper or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I heard.
Okay, this is what I think.
Go ahead.
This is what I think happened. Meg ultimately was trying to protect her best friend. But since they fought, and Kelsey probably was like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, you know what I'm saying? You ain't, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to protect Kelsey. Kelsey was really feeling Meg. So when Meg obviously told a story about Tory, like, it didn't make no sense. Because Kelsey really, like, bitch, you fucking little niggas all fucking with, you know, the whole female thing. So, of course, Meg looked like the bad guy because, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to, oh, he said dance bitch that. You know how women, you know what I'm saying? He said dance bitch that nigga shot me. But Kelsey, you know what I'm saying, didn't go with the plan. She want to still be bitter and shit, you know, all that type of shit.
I agree with you. I think in my own personal account from like what I've heard so far, it sounds like Kelsey might have allegedly did the shooting, but Megan don't know who did it. And I think she just tried to pin it on Tory because Tory's team or whatever got out of it first and was trying to cover his ass as far as like I didn't do it. So now Megan just ran to fucking Instagram and was like, he shot me and like blah blah blah. But you don't know who did it.
Like I told I told Wes, bro, if it was my niggas are like, I'm trying to protect my niggas. Like I've been knowing you all my life. Like I ain't finna say, even if you did do it, I ain't finna be like, oh, that nigga shot me. I'm finna pin it on the girl. Like, nah, that bitch shot me. But
I'm gonna say this.
Well, supposedly the friend still has animosity towards Megan. She don't. Apparently, she's like really not fucking with Megan anymore. And I think that like her, if they didn't like set it up, I feel like they're playing the rule against her because I feel like Kelsey is taking the stand and she's telling that all the details that she told the police were incorrect. So she told the police all this stuff, right? And she's coming around and saying that she never said any of those things and that all the things that she said, she lied about. What I think happened was, I think Kelsey is either involved or she's directly involved with the shooting. And what she did was, she took a plea deal in order to talk, right? And she's pleading the fifth, which you only plead the fifth when what you're about to say can incriminate you.
Right.
So the only reason why you plead the fifth is what you're about to say can get you in trouble.
Right.
So I think she's pleading the fifth on the stand to point out the fact that, and I think Tory's team is going to circle around and do this, is try and pin it on her, but she can't be charged because she has an immunity deal now. So they're basically playing the law against him to try and team up on Megan and flip it on her.
Yeah.
That's what I think is strategically, legally happening based on the situation and what's going on.
Well, Meg can't get charged because...
Well, she's not going to get charged.
But they could throw it out.
It could ruin her career. If it comes out that all of this shit was like fake or like the Tory wasn't the one who was doing it or whatever.
He can sue for like defamation of character.
Nah, I feel like she could always say she was confused. That's what I'm saying.
No, the only way she can do that is if Kelsey gets charged for the shooting. Now, if it gets thrown out, I feel like I mean, if Tory doesn't get charged and Kelsey does, it's gonna make Meg kind of look bad. But if it gets thrown out, I feel like Meg will be fine.
Yeah. The only thing that's gonna probably happen after that is Tory probably suing Megan for like
defamation
of character.
Yeah.
I would. I would throw everything at her.
They probably have a. They probably settle.
It started to make a lot of sense why he was so quiet at the beginning of all like.
The nigga got confident though. I don't know if y'all
like,
realize
That music video with the chick doing the drama.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Because he
feeling real confident right now though.
That's still later.
It was
I
Tory's
knew
DNA was not on the gun.
Yeah,
When
that's
he brought
the
his
big
kid
part.
to
That's
court,
the big part.
I was like, yeah, he
Like
knew
that's
that
the
shit.
main. Like
Facts.
with
That's
that,
the most
like,
important
You don't
thing.
bring your
It's really
kid to
hard to
court
get him now,
if you
to be
did that
honest.
shit.
Most
if
important.
DNA went on the gun, like
But immunity, I don't think she can be.
hard.
I mean, I think she immune to like stuff that she says in court, but they still can. They gonna find a way to charge her with something. Like,
you think so?
yeah.
She can't gain charges coming from the case.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's what he
she basically took the stand and said, "I will speak on the situation as long as I cannot get charged with anything related to the situation."
There you go.
That's what the
They can
immunity
add them to her.
plea means. So
Get charged. Bro.
she can talk about the situation and give all the details she wants.
reckless
But when it comes to something directly to do with her, like if they ask her, "Do you know who shot the gun?" I plead the fifth because I believe she did it, but she obviously don't want to admit to it.
Yeah.
So why plead the fifth if you got immunity?
That's
'Cause you can't get
smart.
charged.
You don't want to even give a chance that you should. No, you just plead the fifth. Next question. That's smart. That's smart.
I don't think you can plead the fifth unless you have immunity.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you
So-
go. You can't just say it on some.
Yeah.
Everybody.
No, well, you can choose to plead the fifth.
Yeah, you
but
can choose to plead the fifth whatever you want.